Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Emmanuel and he is 5 months old. Now in this video, I actually started him on solids when he was 4 months, closer to 5 months. But the reason is because he started to show a lot of interest. While we were eating, he would stare a lot, and I started to sort of give him just a little bit of mashed up avocado on a spoon and offer it to him and see if he would open his mouth. And the first couple of times he didn't really know what to do with it, so I didn't do anything. But after trying for a couple of times, he did eventually actually open his mouth and he was really interested and ready to start eating solids. So I thought put him in the high chair and give him some food and see what happens. So this video is just me sharing my experience with you guys. Obviously I'm no expert, but I thought it would be fun to take you guys on Emmanuel's little eating journey. And he's been doing really well. He's super interested in eating food. I have started with just purees at the moment, but I do plan on moving to more textured stuff and even stuff he can hold. But at the moment we're just doing purees. If you guys want to see more videos like this and see what kind of food we give him, then let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to thumbs up this video. Also, the intention was just to get him practicing to eat food because he's not quite 6 months yet. Although once we started practicing, I quickly found out that he really likes eating and he will keep eating as long as I keep feeding him. So he's pretty much eating for real now. So we do 1 meal a day after a breastfeed, and I don't give him too much. He often wants more once he's finished with it, but I just leave it at that because I do want to make sure that he's getting enough milk. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and let's get into the video. So here we have the Ikea high chair, which I have just pimped up with some high chair accessories. I will link the companies down below. So we have the placemat, the cushion, as well as this footrest. And this is the after. I'm very happy with it. So to puree everything, I am using just a good old-fashioned steamer. And to start off, we've got carrots. I've sliced them very thinly because I just want to steam them and mash them manually. So I didn't want it to take too long for it to cook, and I want it to be easy to mash. So here I am just placing it into the steamer, and then I just let it cook until it was soft enough to mash like so. And then I'm just adding some water just so that it becomes more of a paste consistency, just because Emmanuel's just starting out with eating. So you can see he definitely knows to take the spoon, but he's obviously still learning what to do with the food in his mouth. So I'm using a silicone spoon just so that the puree sticks to the spoon a bit better, and he's really liking it. Now a lot of the food is coming back out, but I just place it right back in and he actually finished it all. Now the next day I decided to do avocado just because it's easy. You don't need to cook it or do anything, you just need to mash it up. So he's taking to the spoon quite well, and he's already getting really excited about being in the high chair and eating. So once again, a lot of the food does come out, but I just put it back in and he actually finished it all once again. So he's starting to learn that he needs to chew, and he's already getting much better with knowing what to do with the food in his mouth. So I had this rice cereal, which I don't plan on giving him often, but just because it's easy, I just decided to whip this out. So you just mix the powder with water and just mix it around until it becomes this paste consistency. And I didn't give him the whole packet, I just gave him a few mouthfuls. As you can see, he's super excited once again. This is a really easy consistency for babies that are just starting out. He's spitting it back out, but he did eventually eat everything that I did give to him. Now next we have some purple sweet potato, which is meant to be really good for you, according to my mum anyway. So once again, just chucking it in the steamer until it's nice and soft when you put a fork through it. And then I just manually mashed it on a chopping board until it was all nice and soft. And because sweet potato, in particular purple sweet potato, is quite claggy, I decided to actually add quite a bit of water to the mixture just to make it a really nice soft paste that's similar to the rice cereal, just because it's the first time he's eating it. So I didn't know if he would choke or anything like that, so I just wanted to be safe. I think he really liked it. So by this point, Emmanuel knows exactly what to do when I put out the spoon towards him. He knows that there's food on it and to eat it, and he's doing really well. And once again, he finished it all. So the next day I decided to use the rest of the purple sweet potato, but not add as much water as the day before. So it's more of a mash rather than a paste. And I just wanted to see how he would go with this consistency, and he did really well. Next up, we have some good old-fashioned broccoli. I've trimmed off the thick stem and just steamed that really well, so it's nice and soft. And this is where I discovered the hand blender, which I borrowed from my mum, and it just makes pureeing stuff so much easier, as you can see. The reaction I got from Emmanuel is a pretty funny one. It's a pretty fun experience feeding your baby for the first time and watching their reaction. So even though it looked like he didn't like it, he did finish all of it, and I guess that's becoming a trend now. Now we had some leftover spinach which we didn't use for our own cooking, so I just decided to blanch that so that it was cooked and then puree that. And I decided to use the same water to steam this carrot, and pulled out my trusty hand blender. How good is that? So this time, instead of manually mashing the carrot, I've used the blender, and it's so much better and so much easier. So because there's so much food, I've decided to freeze it in these silicone trays, and then he will have enough food for the next week or so. Now this reaction is hilarious. I can't stop watching it. He looks like he hates the spinach, but he does finish it all, surprisingly, or not surprisingly. And he loves eating so much that he always gets so upset when he's finished. Now this is the mashed carrot, and I found that he was able to eat this a lot easier than when I manually tried to mash it myself earlier. Next up we have zucchini, which once again I've just thrown into the steamer until it's soft enough when you put a fork through it. And I have pulled out the hand blender again and just mashed that all up. And this reaction is my favorite. Now I really wasn't sure if he was going to finish this because it really looked like he didn't like it, but he did finish it all.
I think he just really enjoys the experience of eating and exploring the different textures in his mouth, that it doesn't really matter what it tastes like at this point. So you can see that he is really got the chewing down pat now. He knows exactly what to do, and I am so proud of him. So I decided that he finally deserved to have some fruit, so I did steam up some pear for him as a little sweet treat for dessert, and I think he loved it. So this is the first fruit he's ever eaten. I did get some funny facial expressions with the pear as well. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this video and watching Emmanuel eat for the first time. If you want to see more videos like this or when we try baby-led weaning, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!